it's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, I thought I would roll a Zylok Riven today because we have a new Zylok Augment mod that will be available probably like on Sunday, honestly, which is going to be giving increased damage after headshotting an Eximus. And I'm pretty much only interested in using it as like a stat stick on Mesa, if that's even going to work. But if it doesn't work on Mesa, I want to at least be able to show at its max power. So that's the idea of what we're doing today. We're going over the Zylok, which is a pretty much forgotten weapon. And just, rolling a Riven, 100k Kuva. I've only got 100k Kuva, so it's only going to be 100k today. And yeah, if you want to check out the live stream channel, we'll be live in a little bit, doing a long stream, and then we'll do a live Bara review at the end of the stream. So come on, stop by if you want to. Also, make sure you're subbed to this channel. We do these daily Warframe video uploads. You want to know when they go up, because they don't go up in an exact specific time. Alright, so the Zylok. Let's go ahead and unequip our good pistol, and we're going to find the Zylok. And what does the Zylok do? Well, it's a duplex fire. Basically means, like, when you push down the trigger, it'll fire one bullet. You take your finger off, it fires another bullet. There's a duplex firing mode. I guess I'd call it a slash-focused pistol, even though it's got a lot of impact on it, too. And this thing, it's got some problems. It doesn't have very good crit chance. It's got 8% crit chance, so if you put a crit chance mod on here, you're going to be getting to, like... So it goes from 8% to 23% with primed pistol crit chance. And the crit multiplier becomes kind of nice at 5.9. But yeah, so we've got an unrolled Riven right here. So as far as what I'm going to be going for on this thing, we should probably first go over what the new Augment mod is going to be. It's going to be called Eximus Advantage, I believe. Yeah, Eximus Advantage. So headshotting an Eximus enemy increases secondary damage by 600% for 10 seconds. Like I said, I hope that's going to work on Mesa. So you headshot Eximus, then activate Mesa's pistols, and you go crazy extra damage on Mesa. But like I said, if it doesn't work on Mesa, you're gonna need a lot to make this actually somewhat useful, because this thing is bad, honestly. So just taking another look at those stats, we pretty much got high status chance, high slash damage, and pretty much bad everything else. So that's gonna be our goal: is either force this thing to be a crit weapon, or just go even higher into status chance. It's bad. This is a waste of Kuva, but let's try it out, okay? Let's try. I want to see. We're getting 600% increased damage, so that's more than nothing, dude. All right, so like I said, what we're doing here is we're either forcing it to be a crit weapon with more crit stats, or we're going to be just going multi-shot and like something else, hopefully. Either way, it's going to be bad. Fire rate and corpus. I feel like the one we have already is better than that. We have slash crit damage and status duration with minus projectile speed, which I don't think actually matters. Okay, we got multi-shot and crit damage with damage to corpus. That's pretty good. I mean, we have 8% crit chance, so not like we're actually going to be getting access to that crit multiplier. 100% minus impact is pretty decent. That would make it more of a slash weapon. Status duration is not ideal. And we have no crit stats. But like I said earlier, it's not really a crit weapon, unfortunately. Let's see. Do I want to go for this one? It would be a lot more slash procs. And that's a good amount of multi-shot, too. You know what? It's kind of a hard choice, actually. I think I'm going to go with this one, yeah. That crit damage was nice. But minus 100% impact is also nice. And to be honest, I'm probably not going to be using this thing very, very often. So... Let's see how the minus 100% impact one goes. Definitely not the minus 100% slash one. We're getting some pretty decent rolls, actually. I mean, that's a really good anti-corpus roll. We've gotten multi-shot twice in like 6 rolls. Okay, 361% damage, 105% fire rate, and minus 67% slash. So, I mean, hilariously, that's not even as much as Eximus Advantage will give us. But that's going to be a lot to just walk around with, so that's nice. But, we already took this one for the minus impact situation. Let's just see if we can get any better than that. Plus impact. Maybe plus impact actually would be good for hemorrhage and internal bleeding. But it wouldn't be good enough that I'd actually mod around it. I have a feeling I'm just going to be regretting rolling this in the first place. Because this augment mod, it only lasts for 10 seconds. Isn't that hilarious, dude? On headshot, increase damage for 10 seconds. So if you don't see an Eximus every 10 seconds, or like you maybe like keep an Eximus sitting around just to like leech off of them for buffs, you're gonna be the mod's gonna be an empty slot, which, you know, this weapon is probably gonna be an empty slot on my loadout because it's not doing anything. So, you know, but you gotta take what you can get around here with Warframe. We're getting a slash, and they heard me talk about it. It's like, maybe plus impact, maybe plus slash, minus magazine size. So this thing fires out 2 bullets at a time. It's got 8-round magazine. Man, this thing is bad. We need like a Zylok primer, like a Zylok buff, honestly. Why didn't these Rivens get buffed, DE? Critical damage, overall damage, minus projectile speed. That would probably make it crit pretty hard, I guess. I want this minus impact. Unless I get minus impact something better, I think I'm going to stick with this for now. But like I was saying, there is a slash and cold, interesting for Virable. There's a Gorgon mod coming out later in the Nightwave, which is going to be petrifies enemies on 20 consecutive hits. So I might get a Riven for that, try to roll for like reload speed. Multi-shot damage to Corpus minus status chance. Man, this status duration is so useless for us. I mean, maybe for like an Expedite Suffering build, but there are many things to use with Expedite Suffering that are not this thing. If it had crit, maybe. But unless I get a crit chance roll, we're still sitting at like 23%. Maybe with Cascadia Overcharge. So let's see, 300% of 8%. Nah. I was about to say, maybe with Cascadia Overcharge we can get the like guaranteed crits. But I think even with Avenger and Cascadia Overcharge, you wouldn't be at guaranteed crits. There's some crit chance right there. Multi-shot crit chance reload speed. So a reminder of how much this will actually give us if we were to take this. We'd be getting about like 15% crit chance out of this mod. Yeah. The reload speed is 1.2, so we'd be chopping a little bit off of that, I guess. It's just too much multi-shot to turn down right now. If that roll had minus impact, maybe. But I'm either going to be modding this thing for elementals, or I'm going to be modding it for just purely slash. And I've tried the purely slash build before. It just doesn't. It will proc slash, but it doesn't have that much oomph behind it because there's no crits to back it up. You want hybrids in this game. You want crit and you want status. You don't want minus 99.5 status duration. That's for sure. And this, like I said, this thing has no crit, so it's just going to be like actual number slash procs. And we'll quickly take it into the Simulacrum after this, just to give it a quick spin. I mean, it has minus 100% impact, so. And we've got a good amount of multi-shot too, so I mean, there's going to be lots of slash procs being launched out. But the status duration is bad. The magazine size is not really needed. I mean, we'll probably go to about like 12 rounds of magazine. This thing does reload quite often, so I guess the magazine size isn't that terrible. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely regretting it. I'm also kind of regretting rolling off that roll we had earlier. Wasn't it like crit damage, multi-shot, and then like... Oh, it's actually Bane of the Corpus. I don't think I would have been using it much on the Corpus. And yeah, our last roll is about to show up right here, guys. Ooh, double crit and cold. That would definitely force me into a viral build. No minus impact, though. Realistically, this is so not worth it at all, because, like I said, we're getting, like... So on this one, we'd be getting about 10%-ish crit chance out of this. I can't do it, dude. I can't take it. It needs to be, like, the most godly crit one ever for me to take it. This is a hard video for me to record, I'm not gonna lie. This is a hard one. Because this weapon's bad. The Riven's actually not that great either. But let's see what we're dealing with now in the Simulacrum. Keep in mind we have a really crazy Wisp video I'm working on right now with it's actually gonna be a 6 different builds Wisp video with Archon shards and other things of that nature. So keep an eye on that. We'll be working on that on stream later tonight too. But yeah, I'm not expecting to be good. And then 600% damage. I think I already have a mod slot open for that. We'll put Hornet Strike in that slot just to like kind of simulate it, I guess. Keeping in mind Hornet Strike's always active, unlike the Zylok, which is sometimes active. All right, so we're dealing with. I'm gonna keep the crit chance mod on here, by the way. So we've got Okay, so we've got 149 slash damage. I got Karna Stinger in here for some reason. We got 149% slash damage, and we got 62% status chance with Karna Stinger and Galvanized Shot. Probably don't really need those on the final build, but I'll mess with it a little bit more. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to take off Galvanized Shot for now. I'm actually going to have Karna Stinger for now, put Galvanized Shot back on, because that's how we do things around here. Alright, let's see how that goes. We've got 250 slash damage now, and we got 53 puncture damage. Not the best status chance. Well, let's just see. I'm going to summon in some Butchers and some Exogokstad, just so I can actually build stacks. And then why not summon in Eximus too while we're at it? Because, you know, that's what it's supposed to be, an anti-Eximus gun now. Keep in mind, Eximus are actually bugged in the Simulacrum and will be giving you higher damage numbers when you're breaking their overguard than if you were in a mission. Alright, I'm not going to use Nourish because that would be cheating. So see, here's how the duplex works. I've also got Avenger on, so keep that in mind. I push the trigger down, one bullet. I've released the trigger button, another bullet. Alright, so let's get these stacks. See, like, there's no crit to back it up, but we're actually cheating with Avenger. So the slash procs are pretty underwhelming. That was one bullet, 12,099 with a guaranteed headshot. I mean, that's not really like amazing. I don't even know what arcane I threw on here actually. Oh, let me guess. Do I have the arcane that gives you? Yeah, I've got Cascading. Okay, let's cheat now. Let's use Nourish from Grendel. There you go. When you use Nourish from Grendel, it does a good amount of. Actually, it's diluting our slash procs now, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, not a great gun. Honestly, not a great gun. The minus 100% impact roll actually is kind of nice though. I definitely was noticing that right there. You know, we're getting a lot of slash procs, and we're not procking any impact, obviously. 56k from a double shot on her, 47k from a double shot on her, and yeah, it's an RNG gun. Weapons, or secondary weapons, have slash proc RNG problems, because there's no HM, and unless it's an impact weapon, you're not going to be doing internal bleeding, or whatever it's called. So, you know, the more I fire it, the better it feels against these stunned targets that can't even fight back. So maybe I'll test it a little bit more, but yeah, not looking too hot. So, I mean, yeah, right then, also, it probably would be technically worse if we put on the new augment in this slot, because it would be not active most of the time. So, either way, hope you guys found this video interesting and helpful. Let me know if you think I took the right roll in the end. I definitely think that multi-shot crit damage one had some potential, but, you know, I want to try out the impact, and I think the impact was good. Just if that stash duration and magazine size is something more important, that would be maybe do a little bit more damage. So, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, and peace.